Hey everybody, Alex Stephenson here with yet another Innistrad Swiss draft. So we opened a pretty good pack here. The rare is not going to be the pick here. I'm sort of tempted to pick the Invisible Stalker, just because if you get like Silver Inlaid Dagger, Butcher's Cleaver, yeah, I guess Curiosity, any of those, they work so well with him. Very few answers for him. The only ones I can really think of are like Rolling Timblor. There might be more than that. I just can't think of it right now. So really, do I want the Stalker? Do I want the Evasive Flying Beater? Um, I think those are really the first couple choices. I'm not like, even though Corpse Lunge is, a form of removal, it's not like one that I'm necessarily, it's definitely not one that I feel comfortable like first picking. Um, I think in this, the Stalker is the most interesting pick, and even though it's a little bit of a build around to make it really good, it's not like a super difficult one to build around. Okay, so now the follow-up pick. Well, here, do I want to do blue-red? Because there really aren't any good blue picks for us here, unless I wanted to do mill, and I'd pick up the Dream Twist, but I don't think I'm in the mood to do mill. Rune Chanter's Pike could be another potential equipment that would be good with Invisible Stalker, but I guess it would keep me open on my second color too, so that might be the best pick. Plus, I could pick up a Delver, which that kind of goes well with. Otherwise, the Geist Flame is a really good card too, and it's probably the better card than the Rune Chanter's Pike. Um, Geist Flame or Pike? I think I'm going to stay open on color for now. I'm just going to take the Pike. Um, Makes it a little easier for our next pick. Yeah. So here, I could get the Victim and go blue-black, which is actually, just a really solid archetype. But I'm still going to continue to pick some blue off here, so I'm going to pick up this Silent Departure, which I think is just the best pick in here for us. It also happens to have some interaction with Rune Chanter's Pike, so that's kind of cool. Okay, so now what do we pick? That is the question. The Forbidden Alchemy, I believe, is probably just the best pick for us. Blue-black is the archetype we're most likely going to be doing. It has good interaction with Rune Chanter's Pike, good card advantage. I have always wanted to make the Burning Vengeance deck, either in Constructed or Limited, and I haven't done it yet. So I could, for the sake of interest, pick up the Burning Vengeance, but I think Forbidden Alchemy is definitely the safer pick. It's card advantage, it's totally on color. We don't necessarily have to flashback it, but we can. Opens us up to go into blue-black. Deadweight is also remarkably good, but we're going to just stay blue for now until I get a better idea of our options here. Okay, well, the best follow-up pick for that Burning Vengeance would have been the Desperate Ravings. Now, do I want to go more blue-white is a legitimate question. Pick up the Sentry maybe. Or do I want to go still continue to try and do blue-red, pick up the Desperate Ravings, which I'm not sure about how powerful it is in Limited without Burning Vengeance. And I don't expect to really table that Burning Vengeance. There's a chance we do, but I don't remember. I don't think there was quite enough good things in that pack to really do that. So blue-red, sort of the safe, or blue-black is pretty much the safe color combination. They're meant to be together. So, do I pick up the Walking Corpse? I think I'm just going to pick up the Walking Corpse for now. Blue-black is like the safest color combination to go into. Here, I could pick up a Flail for the Stalker. That's not too bad. If I got more equipment, maybe. Not a ton of stuff for us here otherwise. Let's see. Green actually looks to be pretty good. A lot of solid green picks in here. Green-blue, I had problems with that archetype before. But the nice thing is if you get like a Butcher's Cleaver, it works well with that Stalker, or like Hamlet Captains. So there are some interactions, possible interactions. Do I want to pick any of these? I guess we'll get the Outcast in case I go into green. He's just a good finisher, which we don't have yet. Alright, well here I'm just going to pick up another Forbidden Alchemy and be content with that. I don't have any problem with that. I would like to go into blue-black more. It's not necessarily happening yet. Alright, I think this could definitely easily be a Delver deck. Between the Pike and the Departures and Alchemies and stuff. This, already from what I've got, lends itself greatly to getting Delver online. So I'm fine with picking him here. I think he's good. I've had problems getting him online before, but hopefully we just won't have that problem this time. I think it's Disciple or Brain Weevil, really. Both are Morbid activators. Which one do I think is better? I think Disciple works a little better with white for like Mausoleum Guards, Doom Traveler, that sort of thing. Let's just pick up a Brain Weevil. None of this stuff is terribly interesting. I think I can just get the Cannibals, get another creature maybe. Wasn't really impressed with any of those instants or sorceries. Frightful Delusion is actually a card I could possibly play, at least sideboard. I'm going to pick up a Manor Skeleton here, but I'm not really thrilled about it, and I hopefully will not have to play that. Feral Ridgewolf is a really strong card, and red actually appears to be a little bit open, I think. Although I guess some people don't value Feral Ridgewolf as highly as I do. Just taking that, not doing anything with it. So this deck is ready to go off. With 2 Forbiddens, I'm ready to pick up some Scabaliah, Stitch Drake, Makeshift Mauler, any of that. I'm ready to pick up some definitely. This deck's gonna need some more removal, more than just Silent Departure, because that is all we have right now. Okay, well, this is a little bit unfortunate for us. So we got the Butcher's Cleaver, which I don't think there's any possible way that could table. The interaction with Invisible Stalker and Butcher's Cleaver is so good, yet we have Scab Goliath, which would already be really good in this deck, and we have the Curse of Death's Hold. So really the question is, do I want to do more of the Delver route with Runechanter's Pike, or do I want to do the more Scab Goliath route with, that sort of thing? Curse of Death's Hold is so good. I really want to pick that up here too. The Butcher's Cleaver, though, is not a great chance that I'm going to see another one of those, and it works so well with Invisible Stalker. That really just single-handedly turns games around. God, Curse or Butcher's Cleaver. That's really tough. It's a really tough spot. I think I have to pick the Butcher's Cleaver just because I have the Stalker. Curse of Death's Hold is just a remarkably strong card, but I need to make sure that I get one of these Cleavers to really make some value out of this Stalker. And it works, actually, the Cleaver works great with Delver, since even when it flips, it's still human. Okay, so now a lot of good red picks here. Really no good picks for us. I guess we're a little bit short on creatures, so I could take another Walking Corpse, but it's certainly not good. Not when you're passing a Cultist and Into the Maw of Hell, all of these great cards. I don't really need a Walking Corpse, so I think I'm just gonna hate away the Cultist, unfortunately. I would have liked my second pick to be something I could use, but I wasn't gonna pick a Walking Corpse, which I don't really need. Look at all this red. I really wish I'd gone like a Burning Vengeance route now. Could try splashing for Heretic's Punishment, since it still has good interaction with Runechanter's Pike. The Sensory Deprivation might be the pick because I'm short on removal, but definitely doesn't work well with Delver. Is there anything else of interest in this pack? tempted to kind of just pick up the Heretic's Punishment, but I don't really like splashing in a deck that does the alchemies either. Kind of a tough spot, actually, that we're in now. Cool Caller's Chant is reasonable because it activates Delver, and it may work if I get more stitched guys, but I guess taking creatures out of your graveyard isn't really part of that plan. I think I have to pick up the Sensory Deprivation here, get another small piece of removal. I wish that it interacted well with Delver. It unfortunately does not. Okay, so now it's Lantern Spirit, Curiosity, or Typhoid Rats. And Curiosity has the best interaction with Invisible Stalker. So I believe that that might just be the pick. We're still a little bit short on creatures here. And we have no finishers because Grizzled Outcast does not even count as a finisher. Do I want the Curiosity or do I want the Lantern Spirit? I already have the Cleaver and the Rune Chanter's Pike for the Stalker or the Delver. Let's see. Do I want the Evasive guy? That's Continual Blocker. I think I'm actually going to take the Curiosity for interest's sake because it works so well with the Invisible Stalker. And if I'm doing that, Mask of Avacyn actually doesn't seem very bad either, because I can equip my guys and then I can be less fearful about playing Curiosity. But is there anything else for us really? Rotting Finsnake is a zombie, but not a very good one. Moorland Haunt gives us some value for our creatures in graveyard, but would force us to splash white, which is not very good. I've seen plenty of travel prep, so I'm not excited about playing the green-white player. I think that is definitely going to be an issue. Am I impressed enough with the mask where I want to pick it here? I think we actually need more creatures, unfortunately, so I am going to end up picking the Fen Snake. This deck is not quite coming together as well as I would have liked. Here we'll just pick up a crab, get us a big defender. Still not great. Think Twice is definitely good. And I'm going to pick it over the Sensory Deprivation just because of the Delver. Okay, so now we have another Delver. Let's just do a quick... God, on Burial Rites though. I could easily splash the white for that. Thing is, I don't have a ton of targets for it. Just like the Stalker and the Delver. I think this actually is a Delver deck. Let's see, I have the Silent Departure, Think Twice, 2 Forbiddens, Frightful Delusion. Maybe it's not. I guess I didn't have as many targets as I thought. We still have another pack yet. Since I've only seen that one Stitch guy, I think I'm more just going to focus on the Rune Chanter's Pike Delver thing. So I'm going to pick up this Delver and just try and pick up more instants and sorceries. I'm not going to pass a Moon Heron. I'm not going to pick a Dream Twist over the Moon Heron. Moon Heron just finishes game, so I think I'm going to focus less on the stitched kind of thing and just focus more on filling my graveyard with instants and sorceries. For that archetype, I much rather... I wish that I had gone blue-red because of that. So I probably should have picked up that Burning Vengeance and just gone that route, especially since all of our black picks have been almost 100% negligible. I'm going to pick up this Lost in the Mist. Probably play it because of the Delver, Rune Chanter's Pike interaction again. None of these are very good, so I will get the Wooden Stake. We'll take away the Ancient Grudge because we have the Cleaver and the Pike and all that. Hysterical Blindness interacts with Delver, but I don't think it's very good necessarily. I guess it's a possible combat trick. I think I'd rather take the Ghost Quarter. Skeletal Grimace, most likely not playing that. Alright, so we have an interesting deck. Since we have 2 Delver, Rune Chanter's Pike, I can easily just make the deck focused on that aspect. So I need to get some more instants and sorceries. Well, look at this. We open another Curse of Death's Hold. So if I'd gotten that other Curse of Death's Hold, I could have had 2 of them, which would have been quite strong. The only other picks really are Grasp of Phantom, which is definitely a removal spell, and quite a good one. I think I actually am going to pick the Grasp over the second Curse, as crazy as that is, just because it's an instant and sorcery, and a really good one at that. So it interacts with our Delvers, interacts with our Pike, gives us more. It's a pretty solid removal spell. The Curse is really good, but just I'm trying to make this deck a little more synergistic. So the Grasp, I think, is the pick for this build. Nothing super great for us here, so I think we're just going to take the... Oh, never mind. Deadweight. Okay. Well, doesn't interact with Delver, but I think I am going to pick that over the Lantern Spirit just because we're a little bit short on removal. Passing 2 curses, I'm sad about that, but I think it had to be done. Do I pick up a second Cleaver? Do I pick up the Banshee? Do I pick up the Diregraph Ghoul? I don't think the second Cleaver is necessary. Could get the Stitch Drake too, which would be quite good. But I believe I'm going to be doing the Morkrut Banshee over the Diregraph Ghoul. Just because I can get some Morbid online, so it's removal. I don't have a lot of finishers. Grizzled Outcast is not even in this deck, so I think I am going to pick up the Morkrut Banshee. Get a nice little 2-for-1 guy. Diregraph Ghoul is quite good, though. Anything good for us here? Rolling Timblor is going to be quite good against us. At least an out to our Stalker. A good out to our Stalker. One of the few. And we've seen 2 of these now, so I'm a little less excited about, abusing Stalker. It's a little less likely now that we've seen 2 Rolling Timblor. Could pick up the Mask. Should help with only really Curiosity, I guess, and protecting our Delvers, which isn't bad. Do I want a second Sensory Deprivation? I'm not exactly sure about that either. So I think it's really Mask or Sensory Deprivation is all we're looking for. Or it's hate out the Rolling Timblor because it kills our Invisible Stalker, which is almost the main win con of our deck now. I think I'm actually going to pick up the Mask. Just give us some other stuff to work with here. I'm fine with picking up a third Delver. I can make this deck have enough instants and sorceries where I'm not afraid to do that. Ghoulcaller's Chant is also a good pick, I would say. But we'll just pick up a third Delver. Well, Back from the Brink. Certainly a card we want to play. Even though it's an enchantment. There's really nothing else for us here anyway, besides like the Typhoid Rat or the Fortress Crab, but I'm not really interested in that, so we'll just pick up the Back from the Brink. I'd like to pick up a couple more instants and sorceries. This one definitely qualifies. So we're going to pick up a Dissipate here. I have no problem with that, actually. I think that's good. Any more instants and sorceries? None that we can play. I think we pick up another Fin Snake, as we're a little bit short on creatures still. Okay, here, definitely picking up the Ghoulcaller's Chant. Interacts really well with our Delvers, and actually there's a lot of things that will get us some value out of that, so no problems there. None of these are especially good for us. I think we can actually pick up another Flail, although not very likely we're playing it. Well, this Shimmering Grotto kind of makes me wish I'd picked up that Unburial Rites, but that's okay. We'll pick up the Curse for the random Curse deck, I guess. Pick up a rare. Pick up another red Curse, why not? Another Flail, okay. Alright, well, I'm going to build this, and hopefully I got enough instants and sorceries to make this even doable. Okay, so I ended up going all in on the Delver of Secrets, synergy, as best I could. And I ended up with only, I think, 9 instants and sorceries. Let me do a quick count again on that. So, Ghoulcaller's Chant, Silent Departure, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. So 9 instants and sorceries is definitely reasonable. It's almost 1 in 4 chance that we flip the Delver. It's not great, honestly. I think it, you know, it's definitely risky, but we'll see what we can do with it. I think it's worth a try. It's an interesting experiment nonetheless. Extremely short on creatures. I had no idea we were going to only be able to play like 8 creatures in the deck. I mean, I could try bringing in like Walking Corpse, but I'm not sure really what I want to take out of this. I am going to main deck the Frightful Delusion and the Lost in Mist, which typically aren't cards that you would main deck, but this is an unusual deck. It's a deck that has 3 Delver of Secrets, so it's going to be a little bit different, but I think Delver has, there's a very good chance that Delver, we could just ride the victory out on him. So we'll see if we can do that, and hopefully this deck does okay. I'll see you round 1.